Near the Wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Yeah.
That's John.
Ggreg Chaille.
John Norris.
I'm at home, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, I was hoping it was. I was hoping it was bring your dog to work day.
Yeah, that would have been so cool.
Well, we'll see what happens, John.
Guaranteed my dogs are going to freak out at some point, and there'll be probably 5 or 6 disconnections before we give up. That's my theory.
Well, at least you're thinking positive this time.
Mm-hmm.
We actually we're out on the patio because it looks like we're going to have some atmospherics of our own over here. It is getting ready to downpour. So what better thing to do than take the equipment out in the patio?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heidel Electronics just sitting out waiting for rain.
Road testing.
I was going to sit on my patio, but one of my neighbors has decided to just run his drill until the battery dies, I guess, because there's just a guy out there. I hear the drill just spinning.
Maybe he's doing a spin art, thing where you spin the
paint,
paper
and then you got
drop
the
paint.
Yeah, and he's using a drill.
Yeah, he spins out to the corners.
That guy's breaking new ground.
Yeah, man. He's practicing for the fair.
He is working overtime. I can't wait to pay too much for his art.
Is your neighborhood like one of those neighborhoods where, like, on the weekends people got their garages open and they're waxing their cars and mowing the lawn?
Yeah. Well, we live in like a condo neighborhood, so yeah, there are a lot of people doing stuff in their driveways.
Yeah.
Not so much mowing lawns and stuff.
Oh, so it's like one of those, you guys have a garage, right?
Yeah.
You just choose not to put your car in there so it gets stolen?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Actually, it's full of all of our other shit. There's no room for a car.
Well, John, we got a lot to talk about because we got 4th of July coming up, so we got some fireworks stories. Becker's had said something about Iditarod. There's been some kind of a development there. And once again, we've got some viewer email.
Crap. Well, great, because
really
as always, I am unprepared, so perfect. This sounds great.
Yeah, don't change the thing, John. You throw us off.
Don't prepare, and then we have to cut you off.
But you will be going to Germany next week, correct?
Yeah, fly out Tuesday.
Where is your passport, John? This is the most important thing. Right before a trip, people lose their passport. They will have it for 5 years on the counter, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
I think Stephanie's going to pin it to his shirt.
Yeah, I've been told by people in my home that it is around, so I saw it last night, so I know I'm good.
All right.
Do you ever, Becker, freak out about the passport?
No, I never did. One time, Romy, when we were going to the airport, we're halfway to the airport going to Costa Rica, and he goes, I left my passport on the table at home. And we're like, ha ha, and the cabbie's like, ha ha,
good one.
And he goes, no, really. We go, stop the cab, stop the fucking cab. We went back and got it, but it was very funny. We're halfway to the airport.
I recently read that your passport has to be renewed if it's going to expire within 6 months of traveling.
Right, because if you get thrown in jail, they don't want you to have an expired passport.
Well, I mean, it's just because it's a government agency. I think it's just a good rule of thumb to err on the side of caution. You don't want to be one of those guys who's like, no, listen, I don't think you understand. I get on a plane tomorrow and I still don't have my passport. Well, when did you send it in? I sent it in 2 weeks ago, and it said for a 2-week rush, you pay $80 extra. It's been 13 hours and 55 minutes. Where's my passport?
Right.
And that's just, that's the wrong way to go. John, are you telling us something? Is your passport about to expire?
No.
Okay.
They last 17 and a half years. Is that right?
10 years. 10 years.
No.
Yeah, it's 10
my
years.
passport's good. I got my passport just like before the last one went to Germany, so just like 2 years ago.
Well,
and also my German is still really shitty. Like years later of like consistently working on my German, it's still real shitty.
That's so odd because like German is one of those languages they say that is so easy to pick up. Like in an afternoon, you're conversating,
And you hear it all the time in America, so it's like weird that I'm not good at it.
Do you pick it up from Hogan's Heroes reruns?
Yes.
Maybe you could fight with your drilling neighbor there. Just fucking blare some German off your deck, and maybe that'll teach him
some Rammstein.
And you could correct him in German.
Stephanie's so all of Stephanie's family speaks German, and so like we'll go to dinner and they'll just like start talking to me in German, and I just like get sweaty and hot like immediately. Like it's
the girl's supposed to do that to you, John, not the language.
Nana,
it's a very attractive language. It's a very attractive
Actually, they always said French was a language of love, and German is a language of rape.
I don't know if they said that. Did they say that?
That's a fact.
We'll have to go back to. We'll have to check on that one, John. John, that'd be a good conversation starter at the table. My friend Matt Becker,
who's rarely wrong.
I have to preface this. He's rarely wrong. He said, let me see that. French. Yeah, French is the language of love. And your language, the one that you're all muttering under your breaths, and I know you're talking about me, is the language of rape. Any truth to that? Is there a shred of...
Yeah.
How right is he?
I mean, they did get raped at the World Cup.
they certainly did. Yeah, Germany out.
Germany out. Everyone. They were
for the first time.
4-1 was the best bet you could get on any of the betting sites for them not to win.
Poland out. Poland was in the top 10.
This is the first, the earliest departure for the German team since like the
1938.
80s?
No, 1938.
It's so crazy.
Which I will tell you what happened that year. Later, it doesn't end up the way you think. So they're not done with soccer. They're done with losing at soccer.
Yeah, it's getting exciting, John. I don't know if you're catching any of it, but
I actually watched a bunch of games this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not sure any of them even mattered, but I watched a lot. I watched Colombia. Who else? I watched Germany versus Sweden.
Yeah, they got.
How about Senegal? Their fans are amazing. They all look like they're at Mardi Gras.
I love it. There's like a whole line, like a row of guys, and they're all shirtless, and they're all in whiteface.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it just doesn't translate.
Yeah, it translates.
So Senegal, they were actually they were going to go until that whole thing with Japan. So now Japan went, Senegal lost.
I know.
Yeah. So anyway, I think everyone is still hanging on by a thread in our pool.
Right.
So that's further than I thought.
No, and some of the top ones, I mean, the people that had ringers were, you know.
Yeah, if you before we started, John, we looked at how it shook out. We had blind draw for all the teams, and 8 people each put in $100, and then you each got 4 teams. And it was like, oh man, look, he's got Germany, Mexico, and Poland. Yeah. Well, as it turns out, the only one alive is Mexico. And the 2 that you thought were going to be total front runners.
And somebody has Brazil, and they're currently in the sports book listed to win. So I will take that.
I like this. You get all excited about a sport because I'm not really a sports guy, but it's like, and then I don't have to worry about it for 4 more years. I can fixate on it now. Because I've been getting up in the morning and watching the matches live. But I don't have to, I mean, after this, I can burn out. And then I forget, and maybe tune into a couple of these.
Short tournaments are great. You can be like a real sports nerd, but only for like 2 months, and then you're done. It's not like baseball with, how many games?
Oh, God, 136 games or something like that?
I know, you're sitting there going, it's the All-Star break, and you go, oh my God, give me a break.
They should pay for like 24 hours, one team. Like, that's the series. Look, you can either do 4 games over 5 days, or we'll just do 24 hours. You guys play 4 games until it's over, and then you go home and you get 3 days with your family.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think they would do.
There'd be some of them that would be for it.
Yeah.
I think we have something here. So, John, it is starting to rain. I don't know if you can hear it.
Did it just start just a second ago? Because I heard water hitting.
We're out on the patio, and we not only did we decide to do this outside with the wind and the inclement weather coming in, we knew it was going to happen. We're also under a corrugated tin roof.
Which, if you know about those kids playing a Home Depot bucket in front of a store.
Did you bring Becker's lightning rod up so you could just have that next to you?
No, we were in the pool earlier, John, because it's hot here. And we were swimming in the pool, and Becky goes, is it safe to be in the pool when there's thunder and lightning? And I said, well, what you do is when you see the flash, you count the number of seconds before the lightning. I said, if that ever hits 3, tell me.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before. When I lived in Tampa, wow, it's getting loud. When I lived in Tampa, I found out, because I would always go wandering outside and like look up and go, oh, that's badass. Look at that lightning. And my gal at the time was like, hey, dummy, it can get you under the eaves and you're standing out on the pool deck.
But that's like God picked you. I mean, that's if your lightning goes out of its way to go under an eave and hit you. I mean, if you're in an open field,
yeah,
fucking, barbecuing hot dogs with a wire stick, I go, yeah, you're a dead man. But
so, Becker, one thing we're doing here is we're testing the integrity of this roof because there were some repairs done.
Oh.
And I want to make sure that there's no drips coming down. I figured we could drink some beers.
Are we doing an infomercial for the repair guy?
I'm feeling water, but I can't tell where it's coming from. Dude, we lost John. He's back. You there, John?
I literally can only hear rain, and then it cuts out.
Oh, really?
Oh, it might be overstepping him, saying the rain.
Oh, the rain on our side, yeah.
It's Ggreg and Matt and then God. Special guest John Norris occasionally.
It's all right.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
All right. Free car wash.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
All right. Yeah. I don't. It's like it's not disconnecting. It's just like Discord decides another microphone is trying to talk and like cuts off.
Yeah, I knew you blamed Discord. No, what it is the floor noise goes up because it's picking up all that noise from our mics and it's not giving it over to you. So I think we're good now. We hit a.
Mm-hmm. It was a phase we're going through.
This is good because we've got 4th of July coming up, and this is much needed.
I just bought fireworks today, John. Went to the fireworks stand.
To a stand?
Yeah.
Where's there a stand?
Sarah Vista.
Oh,
Two
really?
of them. We drove by one because Tracy doesn't know how to turn when you tell her to turn. And then we went to the other one, and yeah, it was nice.
Are fireworks illegal in Bisbee?
No.
Define illegal.
Yeah, John.
Do they sell them in Bisbee?
No. Oh, God, no.
No.
With the fire rating at high right now?
Yeah.
No.
But that's why rain is good right now.
With the burnt down town city hall?
Yeah.
That could be a great fireworks stand.
I think that's where you should be able to shoot them off.
You should be able to go in there and fire them.
It's full of asbestos. It's completely safe.
It's totally safe.
You get no safer
how
than
did a place made of asbestos burn?
Well, that's still another question we have.
Did we get
Ggreg?
ripped off on asbestos
Fraud.
installation back in the 1900s?
Yeah, the guy short-sheeted us.
Hey, wait, where's the receipt for that asbestos installation?
We didn't have insurance for it, yet it wasn't enough to keep it from burning down.
Never go cheap on the undercoating and the rust proofing. Yeah.
Nope. Oh my God! Somebody was.
It's like a Snickers commercial. John's hungry.
My dogs are jealous. They both want to be a guest on the podcast.
No,
right now.
they're a feature.
They're not named Burgoon, right? Okay, you're good.
No,
you're good.
I called.
Sorry, Burgoon.
I called
We're
Burgoon's
booked.
number again today, and no answer.
I don't know what he wants. We keep booking him and telling him when to be by the phone.
Yeah. I mean,
we're even accommodating to him.
The days we're not recording and I call, he always answers.
Yeah,
he's an embarrassment to Discord.
Well, we'll try again. Sorry, Burgoon fans, Burgoonites.
Yeah, Burgoonians.
The Burgoonies.
The Burgoonies.
Burgooniacs.
Oh, so in second week of July, Doug's doing a couple shows out at the Comedy Store, and I had a couple of extra tickets, and Cass Smiley got in touch with me, local comedian. And
I actually saw her watering flowers downtown today because that is her job.
No bear this time?
No bear.
Hold on a second. Isn't it raining there too? Because it's raining here.
It was raining. The clouds moved.
Oh,
it must have moved over to us.
Yeah. All right, tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she reached out, and I actually had a couple extra tickets, so we're going to see Cass Smiley at the old Comedy Store.
She's very excited. She told me about it twice in the 3 minutes that I talked to her.
Man, I got to find some tickets.
I told her it sounds like you're going to be standing in back, and people are going to ask you to move at least 6 times.
I think we're doing pretty good. It's sold out quick, and there's no shenanigans. There is no guest list. Doug's been there enough and hasn't done a show that I'm pretty sure they don't want to, expose it as a free for all for VIPs. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
What room is he going to be in?
The main room.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's sold out. But
that's awesome. I'll show you go.
For all our New York, talk to Cash. She's got one extra ticket.
I will.
New York is still on sale at the Sony Hall for all of our New York fans.
New York.
I'm sure there's a lot of people because I know Burgoon has a huge following in New York.
New York City. For some reason, I just thought of those old Pace commercials.
That was a good commercial though, because it sticks in your head
Still
every
good.
time somebody says.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Good advertising. It doesn't.
No,
it doesn't go.
It is great advertising. I don't think there's any salsa made in New York City though.
Well, I wouldn't jump the gun there because there's a lot of Mexicans.
Well, I mean,
wait a minute.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember something that is Great Neck, New York. There's a bunch of shit out of Great Neck, New York. You're like, you look on the back and you're like, from Great Neck, New York.
Well, didn't Bath make? They make all the dog food for the country. Bath, New York.
Bath, New York.
Yeah, that's where they do NASCAR.
Bath,
that's
New
where
York.
Paul Newman had a house there.
How does that connect to dog food?
Because he loved the smell of dog food.
No, because it was close to the NASCAR area, so he bought a house there. So everybody's like, Paul Newman lives here, and you go, well, yeah, but so do you.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's not always here. You are.
One cancels out the other.
Yeah, you're horrible.
He's also got a place in Cons.
But they made dog food there, and they were so freaked out they didn't realize the dog food company. I think it was for Purina and Chuckwagon, but they had an exclusive deal with all the dead animals in New York.
What, roadkill?
Yeah, well, dog kill. Whatever died on the streets in New York, they bought the dead refuge.
No.
Yes, and they used it for dog food.
This sounds like a mob run operation.
Not a mob run. They said there's no regulation on dog food. We can put anything in it. We could put old people in it.
So dog food is actually food made of dogs?
Right, yeah. They love it. You think they sniff each other's ass for a reason?
They're just trying to see if it's
What
done.
year is that? Yeah.
So did people just show up at the factory with dead animals? What do you give me for these?
Think about it, okay, John. They
City
go around,
contract.
a guy, lowest paid guy on the run, he goes, takes a shovel, he scoops up a squished dog on Fifth Avenue, he throws it in the truck. Where do they take it, John? I just told you about New York. There you go, yeah.
But you're not good at this game. The answers are in the question, John. The answers are in the question. It's like the SATs.
Rumor had it he used some of that for his salad dressing, but
I still don't know what the deal is because I'm really flirting with the idea of getting into taxidermy just to see if I can stomach it.
Right.
And I want to start doing jackalopes because I see them at the leaving town.
We could make a fortune with jackalopes.
If I walked into a gas station and said, "Hey, I got one of these," they'd buy it.
Yeah.
Because they're selling them at that place, and they're like $125.
Yeah.
And it's not even the cool one with the paws up out front. It's just the head, cross-eyed. Come on.
It's ridiculous.
Rain's back, John. So, are you still there?
I lost all that.
That's all right. We were going to talk about because of 4th of July coming up, fireworks.
Yep.
I got it. I mean, I grew up in Southern California where it was illegal. Everyone had cedar shake shingles.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
So, they don't do that anymore for a reason because it lights up like a tinderbox, like it's made of wood.
Right.
So we always hoarded them. But my buddy in 6th grade, he had a mustache in the summer of 5th grade. So we would go down with his family to Mexico. And then he would he could get us booze. We could get whatever we wanted because he would just wear kind of a nice shirt, and he had a mustache, and he spoke Spanish.
So not like a wispy middle schooler mustache.
No, dude, no. This you could press it in. He could get us, and then when he would just go down, we would just give him the order, and we'd get it. But then when we got it, we'd hold on to him for so long because one firecracker goes off in Orange County. There's 3 calls to the cops.
Right.
So one skyrocket and it hits anything on someone's roof, you're fucked. So then by the time we actually lit them off anywhere, they were fucking ruined. They're just crumble.
I know. I'd take M80s, which were the quarter stick of dynamite M80s, not the fake ones you get now with the slow pill. But take those and I hook them to helium balloons. And you just let it go, and it would be on delayed fuse, and it'd be floating over the city and go boom. I go, call the cops all you want. It's 3 blocks away when it went off.
Try to get fingerprints off vinyl.
Because that's the thing with fireworks and stuff. Like remember the big round of fireworks where you'd have the big, it's like a Gatling gun of fireworks. It'd be a round.
Is it a fountain
You
that
buy
shoots up?
them. No, it's 2,000 firecrackers all
just like the big black
together
cat.
with one wick. You just light it. And every time when you lit it, you went, this is a horrible fucking idea. But the idea was you unroll it and hang it on a tree.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico, you go down there, they know how
Chinese
to fucking
New Year, the same
They don't
thing.
burn down Mexico. They fucking have fireworks. They shoot them off they shoot them off in the bar. They're like, we don't give a shit. They just do it right. You know, we're the dumb kids holding them in their hands. They go, really? You'll blow your fingers off. That's why we used to get ours out of Missouri.
Yeah. No, going
kid
across
would
the
go
Midwest,
down-
there's tons.
They would go down in June for their family thing because my neighbor was there the same way. We give him a list of what we wanted, and he'd come back and he'd be squirrely for a day and a half, going, "I got it, but don't come over yet.
Hold on,
Wait,
it's
hang
still
on.
too hot.
Yeah,
I can't move the
And his
product."
dad knew. His dad was buying them for him, and so we'd go over and he'd divvy up what we had, and we'd all split up what we paid, and we'd get them, and we'd shoot them off that summer. But it was always really funny because you're just like, they're fireworks, you know. I mean, you know what they do? They explode.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We never held them.
Did they have mortars?
We never put them in a slingshot. You light it, I'll shoot it.
There's no way you didn't do that.
No, we never.
Yeah,
did that.
so
we put them in snowballs. We put them in snowballs. But if it went off, it wouldn't blow your fingers off.
Yeah.
I knew how you lost your finger.
You're already icing the moon.
We got them from Missouri. What's Missouri's state motto?
The show me state?
Right. Show me how many fingers you got left, and I'll tell you if you can buy fireworks. That was the whole point.
That's a good idea.
So I grew up in a village in Alaska, and you would think there wouldn't be a lot of fireworks, but there was nothing but fireworks all the time.
A lot of Chinese.
There was like 4 different people who had like competing firework stands,
Oh, yeah.
and one of them would always get robbed every year. So there'd always be somebody in my high school who was just like, I have a truck full of fireworks. and he's like, I can't tell you how I got them. But
Loose
set them off
lips
tonight.
don't get M80s.
We've got to get rid of the evidence. You want to do it?
Yeah, I've said it before. Like in Seattle, they've got Boom City, which is on native land, and you can buy cigarettes and fireworks.
But they don't want to be called Redskin.
But those are the stands that have all the copyright infringement. It's like Casper the Friendly Ghost image selling fireworks and Count Chocula. It's like, how does this even translate? But Seattle, you could get you could buy them elsewhere, and then everyone goes back to the city. And I know you could light them off on the docks on Lake Union, and they had the mortars, which I've never seen, where it's like a tube.
Yeah,
and you
hold the ones I warn people about.
And it's a ball, and you set it down in there, and it shoots up. Man, that was awesome.
But do you ever see one?
So we'd have those, but we would stop using the tubes, and then we would just throw them. So instead of using the tube that's supposed to send it up like 500 feet, we would just like light it in our hand and then throw it, and they're like rolling under cars and blowing up.
They were amazing, weren't they? Because I mean, when those things would go off on the ground, it blew little particles like by your head, and you knew. I mean, you knew Vietnam, you knew World War I, you knew World War II. You barely knew the Korean War, and Iraq, I'm sure, was similar. But I mean, it was just
the sparks look big up in the sky. Imagine it like going off next to your head.
Right?
They're just like fireballs the size of your head flying at you.
And and I was always so freaked out when these guys would do that, because we had one tip over and it went under somebody's RV in their driveway, and it blew off, and shit flew right by us, but never hit anybody. It's like, I mean, it was the weirdest thing. Like, you go, how did nobody get hit? It's so hard to.
Even talking about fireworks sets them off.
No, they're jumpy. They're
jumpy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But nothing but great memories on fireworks.
We were reckless. And like, now I'm like, if somebody's like lighting a bottle rocket next to me, I'm like, ugh.
Honey, let's go. I've had enough rosé. It's getting a little crazy here.
Well, that's what happened in Alaska that time, because I lived behind the bar, and it was 4th of July, but as you know, it's sunny out in Alaska.
Yeah, it's sunny till 11:30. You can read a newspaper at 11:30 at night.
But I worked till 4 a.m, so I came out. My 4th of July started at 4 a.m. And so I'm out there shooting off ball rockets behind in the little crack
courtyard?
houses. Yeah. and I'm just sitting there throwing them up by hand, and they're going boom, boom, and you can see them. I mean, it's not like it's a flash. It's literally
you can see
smoke.
the stick and the paper coming down.
So a lady opened her window in her little hovel, and she goes, "Go to bed. You're just making noise." She had a complete point, and when somebody tells you this when they're on disability and can still open a window, you should listen. But I go, I'll do one more, like you always do. I'll do one more, and then I'm done. And I go, and I let it, and I throw it up in the air, and it takes off, and it shoots up, and soot's coming down on me, and right then a Anchorage cop, comes right behind the dumpster in front of me.
Yeah.
He's 6 feet from me with his window down, staring at me, and there's soot falling on me. No question I might have done it.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you know those are illegal in Anchorage?" And I said, "I swear to God, I thought it'd go farther." I'll never forget this. He was like that, like one of those TV cops where he's like big jolly cheeks. He goes, "If you'd have said anything else, I was giving you a ticket." That's pretty funny. Go to bed. I go, "Okay, I'm going to bed." So yeah, that was where humor won out over fire danger.
The one thing that always was weird to me, because we had an incident when we were kids, was sparklers are probably the most dangerous fucking things. I know the kids love them here, Becky and Tracy, when they're drunk and they're waving around. But you hand basically like a welding rod of heat to a kid and have them swing it around. And my sister, because it gets glowing orange hot where that fire is. And my sister ended up stepping on one, and it fused to the bottom of her foot. And it was like, ever since then, I've been like, I'm kind of over the sparkler thing.
Oh, but remember swinging them?
Oh, yeah. I remember the 6-year-old kids swinging them.
But then we got the new ones, which were the ones that burn 3 times, where it burns the outside once, and then it comes back and burns again.
I've never seen that.
Oh, those are great, because you're swinging those. But by the time you're doing this...
the injury never ends.
Yeah. You've got flaming ash on 3 different levels of the stick, and you're spinning it, and you don't see it's nighttime usually, and it's throwing it. And,
we would always throw them too.
Yeah,
and it was
fuck. I always told people, wear some kind of glasses or something, because
I only use sparklers when I'm with 50 other drunk people at a wedding.
Yeah.
That's the only time. That's the only time.
That's a really good idea.
But you ever start a sparkler with another sparkler?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's amazing. It's like it brings people together.
Docking.
Yeah, docking. Yeah, docking the sparkler.
Google it.
I mean, it is basically the inside of a flare that's on a stick. I mean, that's what we're talking about. That's how hot that fucker is.
Oh, yeah, you can burn shit with it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Anybody who's ever had lawn chairs and kids, no, a sparkler will take out your plastic lawn chair.
You're better off giving kids a beer.
Yeah. They're safer. They're not leaving the yard.
Yeah, and they're going to sleep good.
Mm-hmm.
I've got I think my winter jacket has a bunch of holes in it from not 4th of July, but New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah,
sparklers.
Do you remember snakes? Snakes were the best.
Oh yeah,
that black fucking spinny thing.
I love that smell though.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah. Do they even do snakes anymore?
Yeah,
you probably get those at the dollar store because they sell anything that won't leave the ground. I noticed that.
Yeah. No, that's kind of
yeah.
But those are amazing though, because a magnifying glass you can start snakes.
Oh yeah,
and it goes. So you can put them in people's cars, and then when they go to work and they lock up their car, you can just take a magnifying glass to the window, and you burn a snake in their car. And it's just it blackens all their windows in their car.
It is a thick soot, like a plastic fire.
Just put them on the dash of their car when you ride with them, and go, yeah. I'll talk to you again.
Hey,
give me that money.
Is this one of those new black Altoids?
Yeah. I always liked the tank that came in those cheap packs you get at the grocery store. That was a little paper tank.
Oh yeah, you folded it. Yeah, it was a box.
You always origami. It'd always be much cooler in your head than after you light it, and then it would just kind of go.
But
boop.
John, today I was at the fireworks stand, as I said, and they have because here it's really focused on.
Hold on a second, John. Now we're in a town with about 5,000 people at the most. Sierra Vista is 45,000 people. So they have these troubadours, these gypsies who they put up the tent for the fireworks, and they keep the tent up for the pumpkins and then the Christmas trees.
Yeah.
And they've got it,
But it was big.
But that's the kind of fireworks stand. They're different in different areas, because some places they're up year round, but this one only comes up as it's seasonal, and it's some kind of gypsy family.
It's
So
about 600
Seasonal,
square
so-
feet. 600
It's a
square
big
feet.
tent.
It was
Yeah.
huge, and they had the big shit.
it's not
in the
like a
back and
stand
thing.
like they do in California. Yeah. So
But
we're gonna say-
they sell the explosives to the kids, and then they leave town for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
skip
I would
town.
get
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it said no shooting anything off within 300 feet. And then the lady tells me, she goes, "Oh, and anything you see, if you take your phone, you can put it on the little RU code, and it'll show you a video of what it does, so you know what you're buying." And I said,
Oh, wow.
but she said this to me, and then there's no one else there but me and her husband muttering in the corner. And I go, "I don't have a phone. Can I just light it and see what it does?" And she goes, "Oh, no. And I was like,
because you don't have a phone.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have a phone, sir. So I guess
you,
it's
ma'am,
okay.
are a phone racist." Yeah. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. So anyway, they had the tanks, but John, they had wooden hand carved tanks.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah,
they
you-
were $14
Yeah, you pass
for.
those on to your kids.
They were 14 for 4, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, I'm not, because I knew they had the paper ones like you're talking about, John, and I have a nostalgia for those. And I was like, all right, I just can't pay 14 for these wooden carved tanks, but they look amazing.
Yeah, there's a whole village and somewhere that's all they do is carve them fucking tanks.
Carve those, they stick a couple fucking flares in them.
I
and
think
go,
I talked about this before. Did I tell you guys about Smokin' Joe? He was like a cardboard cutout. It was probably about 8 inches tall, and it was a hobo. And then you stuck like a smoke bomb, but it was shaped like a cigar into his mouth. There was a little X cut in there. You'd poke that in there, and then you would watch this hobo smoke a cigar that basically it was just like blue or green smoke. And then at the end, the hobo's head would catch on fire. It would go right into it.
just like real life.
I wanted to save
like
that.
no hobo.
I just wanted to say, where's Smokin' Joe? Smokin' Joe's dead.
Really? That's usually
Came
get
with-
smoking
came with a
Joe.
whole
Smokin'
play
Joe.
set of,
Yeah,
like,
that was
a bridge.
That was the thing. You would just stare. I mean, come on. We only had 3 channels on TV.
Oh, my
A smoking bum whose head caught on fire. That was a precursor to bum fights.
Build a little bridge over him, put an empty can of beans next to him. That's
Exactly.
That's real life.
Make a whole little diorama, a little
Yeah.
campfire, and he gets down too low to start this. I have a whole backstory. He's trying to light off the campfire. Then his hair catches fire first, and then the cigar goes backwards.
Well, first he's just smoking and talking about how he's going to get his wife and kids back. And
Yeah.
it's all fire.
tells you about how his time in Nam, and then you take your phone and Google it and go, "You were never in Nam, Joe. You're full of shit, dude."
The best way to take a shower or take a bath at a rest stop.
You touched a kid in high school, and now you're here. You're a burning fucking entertainment piece.
Hey, you got any more cigars? Can I bum a smoke? Oh, that'd be funny. Someone bums a smoke. You give him a Smokin' Joe cigar. Yeah, don't light it here. I don't like the smell of them. But,
but
here you go.
Yeah, here you go. You have a good one.
No, the wrapper's blue. That's just it's a different flavor.
You know, so on Instagram, like a thing that photographers are doing is they'll light a smoke bomb and then have their model like stand in the middle of like this big giant cloud of pink or blue smoke. And I always thought, like, I'd seen those for a while, and I always thought they were like some special photography smoke bomb thing because I knew they were expensive. And a buddy of mine just bought some. They're just giant regular smoke bombs.
Like run of the
But they're
mill
like-
4th of July smoke bombs?
Like those little round ones. Yeah. Like the ones you
Oh, the little
probably-
clay ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are like 5 times as big, and they're like $25 each.
What?
And it's just a regular smoke.
Yeah,
And,
see that, John. That's what they've done.
And when you're a model, a photographer is just like, hey, stand in this cloud and breathe it in until I get the right shot.
Undo that top button. No, just the top button, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Do you want to pay for college or not? Let's do this.
But someone has recognized that there's a market, and you can read market is a euphemism for sucker. There's a market for these smoke bombs that are professional grade. I'm making the air quotes. Photographer's special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone's figured. So they're dumping Mexican smoke bombs into a small little thing, packing it, and then putting in a fuse and going, endorsed by Canon. Nikon endorsed. You should be doing that, John.
Yeah, why aren't you doing that?
These are 4K digital video friendly smoke bombs.
Boy, that's it right there.
There you go.
That's even better.
I would buy those, John.
Yeah, the first approved digital friendly smoke bomb. What, it should be something else though. We need something better than bomb.
I need to get like a cinematographer like Roger Deakins or whoever the fuck shot Blade Runner. Get him to endorse it.
Or just get a picture with him at Comic-Con.
Yeah, or just Photoshop something.
He doesn't have to endorse it. You just have a picture with him.
John, it's only illegal if you get caught. That's what we're saying here.
Yeah. Nobody's. I'm just a gypsy selling fireworks out in Big Lake, Alaska.
Remember, John, it's law and order. Okay, if you get the orders, fuck the law.
Well, I hope everyone has a safe 4th, and we're gonna do something here. I know there's a parade in town.
Yep.
John, you're gonna be on a plane and taking your sombrero to Germany.
I'll be touching down in Germany, where they obviously do not give a fuck about the 4th of July.
No, well, they will.
It would be funny if you said Happy 4th to everyone.
Yeah,
Happy 4th.
Oh, just go on to Google Translate and get in Happy 4th, and then you that's a conversation starter at the table.
Yeah,
that or the German language of rape.
Say this is our Independence Day from Mexico.
They probably know more about 4th of July than anyone we know. Europeans are very. I don't want to say all of them because there's dummies in Europe too.
Remember, you never stereotype, but 80% are fucking so much smarter than us.
Oh no, but they have a better worldview. I want to say that because we don't want to go anywhere.
You mean they understand that? Yeah, you can't piss off all your neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Greg. They hate immigrants just like Americans.
Well, no, and they've learned to do that. You know what they used to do to immigrants? Okay, never mind.
But we're not even talking about. Hey, we're talking about a positive thing. They understand. It's like, oh yes, like your ratification to the. What are you talking about? I just said it. Is the pizza per slice, or do you have to buy the whole pie?
Yeah.
They start talking about Declaration of Independence.
I'm asking you if this is enough money to pay for this. I'm holding out all of my money.
So, John, this is the thing I want you to tell me. You've been over there before, but this time I want you to keep a closer eye on things. But do they have, like, sushi shops? And do they have, I'm wondering if they've been homogenized like the rest. Because, they stopped. I mean, the reason their economy does so well is they hand make everything. They kicked Walmart out. Because they said it's all garbage, and so they kind of pay more, but everything they make costs more.
It's less common even in a big city like Berlin. But there's maybe a couple of Mexican restaurants and a sushi place.
Sure, but are they the actual nationality making it? That's, I guess, the question. Is it Germans?
It seems like it is. It seems like they're usually.
I mean, I see that as their immigration. They go, "You make an incredible burrito. You can stay."
Yeah.
you
Next.
But there are so there's like kebab places everywhere because there's a ton of like Turkish immigrants. So there's like the doner kebab is like the second national food of Germany almost.
But a kebab isn't like meat and bell pepper and onion and pineapple on a skewer, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like shawarma.
I thought a kebab was more like the meat that's all like a gyro, the gyros or whatever.
Oh, like
that pressed meat onto a
empanada.
Empanada?
Oh yeah, well maybe
empanada. Not at all.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is because it is like on a big stick and they slice it off.
Kebab has a definition. To me, a kebab is, like I said, it's like a metal skewer with chunks of meat separated by vegetables. And
no, it's not like that. It's not like that kind of kebab.
Yeah.
They call it it's a doner kebab.
I just know Flight of the Conchords kebab.
Yeah.
Kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned all my history.
That's everywhere.
My worldview is from the Flight of the Conchords.
That's good. You could be a model. Well, part-time.
Well, John, I do hope that you take a look around at take in some of the scenery and be able to report back. I mean, if it's all just from the inside of a pub, you could have done that in Anchorage.
Well, they have beer gardens. It'll be like, it's going to be like 90 degrees and there's like beer gardens. So I'll at least be drunk outside.
Yeah, that's good. Well, to move on, if we can. Yeah, I'll take another beer. Becker said something went down with the Iditarod this week. John, do you know anything?
Did you see the big news,
No,
John?
I have no idea.
You don't, huh? Well, somebody pulled out.
That's my move.
And it wasn't one of the racers again. It was Jack Daniels. Canceled their sponsorship.
Did they state why?
I didn't even know Jack Daniels was a sponsor.
They said they're going. Yeah, they're a big sponsor. You kidding me? Think about it.
I mean, liquor is an obvious sponsor.
Yeah, but whiskey
like Sure. No, I get it.
All along the course, whiskey's very popular.
Yeah, I bet.
It's not always legal, but it's popular.
And for the humans, too.
Yeah. R&R is not rest and relaxation, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So what, did you read the article or you just looked at the headline?
No, I looked at the Iditarod announced that Jack Daniels pulled out. They've had a lot of sponsors pull out.
So what did they cite as a reason?
They didn't cite any reason. PETA did. But they pulled out. They said, we're going in a different marketing direction.
South, lower 48.
Yeah, somewhere where you don't need shoes.
People, we want to put our product in front of people, not just 100 crazy people with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that kind of shit works.
But the Iditarod's in trouble. The Iditarod, they said 2017, PETA goes, it's because you had 5 dogs die, you had a doping scandal, and, it's coming back to haunt them. That, it's not that it's been mismanaged, it's just, it's weird.
Things change. I mean,
I know.
Look at buggy whips and chimney sweeps.
Find
one.
But they didn't do,
It's also just kind of a boring event.
It's totally a boring event. I mean,
it's hard to follow.
You can't go watch it. You can watch them leave, and most of the time you're looking at dogs' assholes. I mean, that's all it is. And then even that is a pain in the ass. We talk about how they're stealing snow from your yard, Becker.
Yeah.
To
filter downtown to fucking cover the fact we didn't even have snow.
It's antiquated, the whole thing. And I get it.
Kind of the only way to follow it is in the newspaper, because TV stations aren't going to spend $50 million to $100 million to follow along this chartered wilderness trail.
You've made a really good point. The Iditarod dog sled race is antiquated because they rely on newspaper to get the information to everyone. It's so fucking old.
Newspapers make news.
It's gone.
No, you kidding me?
Say goodbye. Race to the REI and back. We can line Spinard.
You could go around the city like 50 times like NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Why do you have to go to Nome?
Exactly.
There's nothing in Nome.
Go down the Knowles Trail.
I mean, if you could party with the guy who won, 2 days later, when he's circling the city, and you're like going, "Fucking, what's traffic all about?" And they go, "Oh, the guys, the dog races."
I got tickets. I thought it was tomorrow.
Oh my god!
Look at the Deadliest Catch guys when we were at Coots. Yeah. Those fucking nimcompoops would walk in there, and the place would be packed at 4:00 at night because they wanted to hang out with 2 deckhands
with the guys.
First mate, and they're accessible. Now, if they said the guys from Deadliest Catch will be running down 4th Avenue, and then you can watch them go by in Wasilla, and then you can catch them up in Nome.
Right?
Who the fuck is gonna?
Yeah. It was a simpler time.
We all agree.
All right. Idirod's dead.
I had well, we've got some mail, John. You got time to hear a little?
We've got mail.
A little viewer mail.
Yeah.
I keep saying viewer mail.
I gotta go meet the world famous Matt Collins at 7:30. But other than that, I'm great.
Is he filming a special?
He, I don't know if he's filming a special. He's got a dog in a house, and so he's pretty busy nowadays. Is he?
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, we'll see if he does a special. We'll make him eventually.
When you get the Matt Burgoon one, I know we're really hoping to get an interview, but if you could send me the link, we'll definitely talk about it on the podcast. And
Well, I mean, I have a whole hour of just him talking, so I can just cut and splice that, and we can do an interview and make him say whatever we want.
I don't know.
Well, that'd be kind of actually funny.
That sounds like work.
Well,
the rain's back. Hey, okay, so, Al emailed us. Oh, a UK listener. Wow. I think people are feeling sorry that we're light on emails. What we just make it sound that way. We have it's like the Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah,
with the guys coming in with
another bag.
The bags. Put the bag over there.
We've got a more SoundCloud just to keep the fucking emails from backed up.
He's got 2 Australian movies that he wants to suggest. I don't know that we asked for suggestions, but I've got the trailers for him. It's Bad Boy Bubby. Have you heard of that, John?
I don't think so.
It's a black comedy, dark Australian thriller type thing.
So Aborigines.
I don't know. I mean, I could play a clip, but you just hear it. Do you want to hear a clip, John?
Sure. Are you playing it now?
Yeah. Here, ready? Oh.
Yeah.
At first, he did seem to spend a lot of time alone. Mum looked after him.
Oh, that's full frontal.
I don't know if it's playing, but I can't hear anything.
All right, I'll stop.
Like,
no, I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. I thought maybe you could. We're outside on the mobile unit, so that's probably why. Yeah, 2 seconds in, there was a full frontal shot of the dude.
Oh,
good.
How'd the date end, Greg?
I was gonna ask Becker to swing around here. Then I saw that. I go, nah, I'm probably gonna turn this off.
they call a dick an Australian vagina, so that's perfect.
An Australian vagina. All right. So what did I just see? I don't know if I should object. The other movie that Al suggests is Meet the Feebles. Feebles?
Yeah, that's
a Peter
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you suggest that one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
And where do we get
it's
that?
Like it's like the Muppets with blood and vomit and crazy.
Well, yeah, okay. All right, well, thanks, Al. We'll look at that one. Muppets and blood?
Yeah, it's just
not to like.
We'll either say they suck or we'll say they're good.
Do they hold sparklers?
Those early Peter Jackson movies are awesome. Like Meet the Feebles and Dead Alive. I think it's called something else. I think in Australia it's called Brain Dead, but in America it's called Dead Alive.
Okay. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. Megan emailed us. She continues to recommend our podcast to everyone she hates. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love the last one. Wanted to know if maybe Becky was going to get on the podcast to describe driving off the cliff that you talked about. I believe
she will. Time. Yeah, we will have her on probably after the 4th.
So
that feels like it should be its own podcast. That's like a serial style podcast. Give her like seven hours.
Well, it's kind of like Titanic. It's kind of like Titanic. You know, the boat goes down. You know, she lived. She's telling the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're showing file footage, photographs of Becky in 6th grade.
But it's in the drama of the moment. You know, you need the backstory. Like there should be a whole episode dedicated to the cat.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the cat.
Well, I don't know the story. If it's been told to me, I've forgotten it.
Okay,
so that would be good.
But we will have her on.
Yeah, thank you, Megan, for the.
It's good.
All right. Jason has emailed us with a tip on getting around the ADN, the Anchorage Daily News.
Good. I just went out today and I found a link on. For ADN, and they were busy fucking backtracking, going, "Oh no, they went on what is it on Twitter or no? They connected with something."
Well, the issue is Becker was in Alaska and John is still there. You guys were not able to actually view ADN without going on the other side of the paywall.
They want me to pay for this content I want so badly.
If it was a reasonable amount, if it was a reasonable amount, if you said $5 a month for the online for stories, whatever, but half of it first is national news.
But me being
I don't need you for that.
Me and Bisbee, I could get
I want to see the name of the guy who was shot, and I can get that on KTU. I can get that on channel. So I go, really, you're pushing the wall. So I go, if it was $5 a month, I'd be fine. They want 100 and some a month.
What?
Yeah, to get the online version.
All right. Well, Jason has a. Becker is rarely wrong. Remember?
Yes, you remember?
German,
so anyway,
German is
I remember what it
rape.
was. No, I remember because remember Nextdoor. You know the Nextdoor website where you can keep track of all your neighbors who've been robbed, like in Anchorage.
Yeah.
And or down here you can find out who has a car for sale.
But or why that refrigerator's in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So Nextdoor. ADN went on there and said, we're joining with Nextdoor because we want to be part of the community. And somebody wrote, well, then what's with the paywall? I can't even read the weather. And the guy goes, oh, that's only if you abuse looking at it. Really? I clicked on it one time, and it stopped me. So I would like that guy to fucking come on our show and he can explain how once is abusing your network, because I want to find out how they broke the unions in Alaska.
Yeah, I think it was before. So ADN got bought by so they're owned by
Denver.
new people. Like as of like,
it's a Denver company.
No, it's not. It's some guys from Fairbanks. It's not a company. It's a family that like Hinkle, not Hinkley. I think it's like the Hinkley family.
Hinkley? You mean
Yeah.
Hickle?
No, it's not Hickle. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm thinking of the kicker from Ace Ventura.
All right.
Well, anyway, it's some family.
What does the family do? Because I want to see how they slant the stories now. They'll be like, dairy farming needs to be more pronounced in Alaska.
Well, the rumor is they bought it, and conveniently, the guys who bought it, their dad is thinking of running for governor. So that's weird.
Oh.
Well, that's one way of advertising, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's buy the paper.
After they bought it, it went from like kind of like the New York Times is where you get so many stories a month. And then they changed it to just like a hard paywall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's great. He's going to do that as governor. So remember that when he runs for governor, KTU will run for governor.
You like your local TV? You better be willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Remember, they put pictures with it.
So Jason has a workaround for you guys. Because I was able to get it down here in Bisbee, but you guys weren't getting it up there, and that was.
Well, I can't get it down here.
That was the complaint. So. Well, this is why.
Okay.
Jason says ADN blocks out people with a cookie that shows that you're local.
I have my cookies turned off.
So you need to disable the cookies.
I did that.
Go into private mode, and I just learned about this for something else I was doing. Chrome has an incognito mode. And you do
what
that.
were you doing, Greg?
I was trying to figure out how to get better prices on airfare, and they say if you mean
looking at porn, I believe you.
Yeah, well, airfare, what they do is they see that you keep looking at the same place, and they track that, and then so that's why. How come these prices aren't going down? You go into incognito mode and you clear the cookies. You have to do it in a specific order. Clear the cookies, go into incognito, and then go on your sites. And they can't tell that you've been there, but they still want your business. But they just don't think people are going to do this. So that's what I suggest, and that's what he's suggesting. Jason, thank you very much.
Thank you. That's a brilliant hack.
Yeah.
I like it. But yeah, I don't have cookies on and now they're going insane. I try to watch a video. Your agreement is you have to turn the cookies on to watch the video. I go, then I won't watch the video.
Yeah, fuck it.
Goodbye.
So, Dave. Go ahead.
You should be using Firefox instead of Google Chrome.
Why?
Because Firefox is a nonprofit organization, so they don't make any money by tracking you like Google does.
Well, I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I use both. I don't use. Someone just asked me the other day. You're not on Internet Explorer, are you? What? What year is this? Is there Internet Explorer?
Yeah, there's still Explorer.
I prefer Netscape.
They're exploring. Never stop exploring.
Lycos is my okay. So Dave wanted to know if you're going to be podcasting for Germany, John, and Becker and I were talking about it, and like you should just enjoy your
trip,
your vacation or whatever. I don't know if this is a working thing or you're getting dragged along, but don't drag us into this.
Wait, what happened? I missed. I think you cut out during an important part of that message.
Dave wanted to know if you were going to broadcast from Germany, and I'm saying no. I think you should.
I swear to God, Discord does this. They know exactly when to drop out, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it did start to rain again, John. So that could be part of it.
Cover my mic.
I just want to know what Dave wants.
Yeah.
Well, he wants 17 of them, and I hope you got the size right because he already prepaid for them. So, John, go ahead and send those out. Ship them out. Ship them out.
No. I'm going to say no.
I just repeated the PO number 4 times. You got it.
Yeah.
Send that out and send it express. I'll pay you. We've already sent the money over.
I don't know. Do I have to have sex with Dave now? I don't know what's happening.
Well, no. I mean, he'll see you at the Hofbrauhaus.
Are you going to be doing
perfect.
Are you going to be doing a podcast in Germany?
Oh, I'm going to try. Fuck, it can't be worse than trying to do it from my home.
Wait, do you want to try?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be in Berlin. I'll have Wi-Fi at my hotel in Berlin, and it'll be like it'll be probably your afternoon will be morning over there, so that could work.
Well, don't worry about us, Becker and I.
Yeah. No, you just set up a time and we can do it.
All right.
Yeah,
well, I guess Dave's.
Yeah, we're not putting any pressure. We said no, but if you want to do it, you're on vacation
I want to do
whatever, and we don't want to.
I mean, Dave's going to get a production credit now.
I mean, I go to Costa Rica for 2 months. It's not like I.
Well, we can do it. I just know that John is not very technical.
It's the Unabomber.
I mean, we can try.
Yeah.
It could be a short one. We'll see.
Yeah, that's fine. Just check in.
All right, you could just thing, and you could interview somebody from Germany.
All right, John, did you get the picture I sent through Discord?
Just now?
Yeah, there's a... Oh, wait, are you on your phone?
Yeah, but I think I can see it.
All right. Well, if you can't, no big deal. Someone wanted to know if we were going to do a T-shirt, and I'm like, yeah. He used the term...
That is a beautiful sculpture.
Well, he used the term object d'art, D''art. And I go, yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. So he sent a picture of basically me doing a cannonball, but it's a statue. Becker, take a look. I can't really move this. Can you? Yeah. I mean, I like it. I mean, I'll take it.
No, I mean, it reminds me of that OJ statue that rapper was trying to unload.
But I can't make a T-shirt of that. But Adam, I love it. I'll take it. I'll get in touch with me, and I'll pay for the shipping and whatever you want for your time. I think it's funny. And
have you ever been to like a torture museum? When you see the ways they like used to torture people in the Middle Ages, or is those things where they just like have somebody sit on a post?
Oh yeah,
and then it like slowly goes in their butt and like through their entire body.
John, what they do is they put the person on a like kind of for lack of a better term, it's like an axe blade pointing up. They sit them on there, and then they keep adding more weight to their feet, and they slowly cleave in half. Yeah.
And who does this now?
Well. This is like medieval stuff, right, John? Is that the museum you're talking about?
It was Detroit in the 50s.
Yeah. That's sort of what that sculpture reminds me of, because it's just like a sad man holding his knees on a post.
That pole is. I mean, we could have suspended him from the back, right?
See, I want to make a 3D model of you doing the cannonball life size, and then put it on the wall with a skewer out so it spins when the wind blows.
Yeah,
Nobody'd see where you're at. Yeah, the old Chaille cannonball's up to 6 knots today.
Man. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
Somebody should make a mold of you and your cannonball pose and just make little bouncy balls out of it.
Listen, I've detailed what it takes to do a mold. I'm not fucking laying down like that.
Yeah.
It was hard enough to hold my balls in for the jump. Not for 2 hours with
the
silicone.
Big guys cannot move. The small guys, they wiggle around.
And we've got a World Cup update here. John, how do you pronounce it? Is it Qatar? Qatar?
I always thought it was Qatar, but
all right, let's just say that until someone.
Military
let's get
people
Qatar
stationed there say Qatar.
Qatar. Okay, we're gonna say Qatar until someone complains. Alex is updating us on what really happened. The former head of FIFA was on the board of directors for Airbus, that's a plane manufacturer, and a few months after they awarded the next World Cup to Qatar, Qatar Airways placed an order for billions of dollars of airplanes from Airbus. Totally above board. That's sarcastic. And now they can play soccer and get heat stroke at the same time. And this is what we're talking about for the
next one.
The next one in
2022.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that they're going to have to do night games because it's so hot in the daytime you could never play.
Did you see?
They were trying.
Go ahead.
They were trying to move it to the winter. But then they were like, well, that messes up like every other.
That fucks up
league,
Premier League and Bundesliga and all the. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, plus NBA's going on. Then I'm not going to watch anything else.
Does anyone else? Does anyone think that there wasn't a fix in?
No,
on this thing?
and he was kicked out for that.
Yeah.
And then Putin had him come over because he fixed it for him to get at Russia. So he flew him over as a special guest. And I'm like going, if nobody knows, I go, just treat it like a kid with scissors. Take it away.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly this was the same with the Olympics.
I mean, what's Qatar going to do? We'll write bad shit about you on Yelp. All right, Red Hen. Good luck.
Oh, shit. Did you see, speaking of Qatar, the Saudi Arabia and Qatar they share a border. It's the only border that Qatar shares with any other country. And they're in a fight right now. So Saudi Arabia is digging a trench on their side of the border to turn Qatar into an island.
Oh, nice. Oh, like a canal, like a moat.
Yeah.
They're making Qatar is going to be the castle and Saudi Arabia is now the land. Oh, that is fucking ingenious.
Crazy?
That is really funny.
And then they'll charge them to move things across.
So they're not building a wall. They're building a ditch.
An anti-wall.
Yeah.
So if you want food, you're going to have to hire the Saudi Arabian ferry system.
We're in the desert. Why don't we do that with Mexico? Dig a ditch and then just have fresh water running down it. The border would be fucking packed. Hey, guess what? You can get water.
I think our border has a lot of water. In parts of it in Mexico or in Texas.
All right. Well, maybe you're right.
Yeah. It doesn't stop anyone.
I hustled through there. Yeah, but just the idea instead of a wall's silly. I mean,
so there's viewer mail. I know they're not viewing and it's not mail.
God bless those viewers watching us, watching our every move.
I mean, we've got stacks and stacks of it, but those are the only ones we could get through in the short amount of time we had. So
keep writing them, guys, and we'll keep answering these questions.
Yeah.
I think that's the most of the rain.
Yeah, I think we hit our wall there on rain, but it was nice. It was good. I mean, this helps fireworks, John. I'm just trying to tell you that if we don't get rain soon, the 4th of July might be a poop.
But now, I wasn't here last year. Doug and I were on the road. Becker was here, and they were sitting in the front of our store on Arizona Street.
Yeah.
Which is the way the sun rises, pretty fucking hot. It's like trying to light snakes on someone's dash in a car.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to try and do that again because there's a parade that goes down the street.
But John, this is brilliant because last year we thought of it, but we didn't have time to put it together because Tracy goes, we can just stand in front of the store. We rent this store on Arizona Street. And that's right where the parade goes. We get there. There's 10,000 people already with lawn chairs in front of the store they rent. I told Tracy, just be the heavy on this. Tell them to get the fuck out of there. Well, she wouldn't do that because they're old and nice people. So instead, we stood in the window of the store and you can see the parade.
Well, yeah, you're up. You're up higher, yeah.
But then I said this year, and we're here this year and we're doing it. But we're going to put a kid's pool in there full of ice and beer. And we're going to sit in a pool of ice and watch the parade from in there.
Yeah. I mean,
it's going to be fantastic.
We're moving out of that place.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
I couldn't have heard it.
No.
Well, the rugs would be clean.
Yeah. For the first time. One plug.
Instead of a kid's pool, just get a dumpster.
What?
You put a dumpster, line it with a tarp, you got an above ground pool.
Oh, I never thought of it, John.
All right, John, you're thinking out of the box.
Can't play on or around. Didn't say in.
Well, there's Ichabod, and that signals it's probably time to wrap up, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Ichabod's got a natural clock.
Yeah.
He can tell when the podcast is dragging.
Well, you know what, John? I'm gonna admit you didn't really drop that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
You got your new router, right? And you got your new extender.
It is a new router, and the extender maybe is working.
So you beat the tariff, thank God, because all those things were banned.
Yeah, good thing you got them in early. So yeah, let's get out of here, guys.
All right. Well, you listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, sitting out on a porch watching it rain in the desert.
I'm John Norris, sitting in Anchorage, Alaska, wishing you all a happy 4th of July.
Was that it? You ended on an up inflection. That was weird.
That was good.
A happy 4th of July.
Say it in German.
Frohlich via Juli?
Glückliches Viertel Juli.
See, that's easy to say.
That was close.
And this is Ggreg Chaille, also in Bisbee, Arizona. It's time for shots.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's time to go do a shot.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.
Say hi to Claudia Schiffer for me.
Is Claudia Schiffer German?
Dude, Claudia, yeah. I don't know.
/ is she alive? I don't know.
That was a good 80s pull. by the way. Yeah. Guess jeans?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, there's a picture of
All
Claudia Schiffer in the show notes, all you millennials.
All right.
Sorry, Matt Burgoon. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Next week.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.